Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Is it over for our GOATs out here?
No, it's not. And I see him playing till 50. He's 45 years old playing football, and he still look good.
Welcome back to the Etceteras. As always, I'm your host, Eddie Gonzalez. I'm here with the man who literally laughs in the face of the defense, Kevin Durant.
What up?
I wanna. Last week we talked all about, like, we went game by game. I want to briefly touch on a game this week, and we talk about some other stuff. 19 field goals made yesterday. It tied your record. You've done it 5 times. You actually did it twice last year. It's kind of crazy. That was a great
19
game.
Field goals made.
Yeah, that was a great game. 45 points.
Yeah.
79% from the floor. I'll slight you, I guess. But what, like, when you're doing that, that has to feel, you know it. You know you're, like, in the zone, right?
Yeah. I mean, first off, I was not laughing at the defender.
He was laughing at the ref.
I was laughing at the ref because the defender was pushing me when I got the ball, and it was a clear foul, I thought. So I was laughing at the ref for not calling it. So respect to the defender, but I was laughing at the ref. But it was a fun game.
Yeah.
It's always fun playing against young, energetic, athletic, and in their case, like, longer teams, because it really tests, me individually. I got to shoot over taller guys. I got to get into my moves quicker because they're a little bit sharper. The athleticism a little bit more sharper, and but it was a fun game, man. I wanted to get the 20 made field goals because I never did that.
Yeah.
I should have made a turnaround in the first half. I shorted it, being too cocky. I ain't followed through. That was supposed to be my 20th field goal made.
It's funny. Like, I didn't feel like you were necessarily, like, overly assertive. So early on, I didn't even really quite catch on that, he's cooking. You know what I mean? Because you'll start games 4-6, 4-5, 6-7. It's, like, kind of typical to be a first half like that. So you realize, like, early on, like, okay, like, I'm really out here hitting. Because the second half you were more aggressive, I thought.
Yeah, I don't realize it. Like, people ask, like, do you know when you're in the zone, or do you know you're gonna have nights like that? Those type of nights just happen. It's a snowball effect. You hit a four or 5 shots in the first quarter, you're feeling good. Then I might miss 2 or 3 in a row. I might end up 4 for 8, and then coming out in that third, I was 8 for 9, I think, 9 for 10. So my points come in flurries. I feel like if I'm gonna have a big night, it's going to be quick 10 here, then quick 7 there. So it keeps me more focused if it's happening in spurts like that, so I could just lock in on every shot.
What I told you after the game was, I loved that the way you did it. You weren't chasing extra shots. Even late in the game, like, you passed out of the trap, you passed out of some free throws. It was just pure, like, within the offense, 45 points when it mattered, late, clutch buckets, everything. Every type of shot, lefty leg, right leg, fast break, turn to the left, turn to the right, catch and shoot, three off the. You did it all. It was crazy impressive.
Yeah, man, it was one of those fun games, like you said. When you play in a flow like that and it's just organic, a big night like that is even more fun because your teammates involved in it as well. It's a good game for the fans to watch too because it's a tight game. The opponents play their hardest, so it was everything aligned last night, and it's always good to have them nights.
And that's what you told me, was like, I'm having fun, and I could see it knowing you, and I'm sure everybody who watches you can. I've came to games and nights, and it's like grumpy Kev or just surly or whatever word you want to use, but you definitely look. There's a definite energy and a bounce to you about it. Where does that come from? You just having a good time out here, or?
Yeah, just excited to play. I feel like I could do so much out there to affect the game, so it's just like every game it could be different for me, and I think that's just fun in itself, just having to adapt to different situations. So it's been, as I get older and learn the game more and master who I am on the floor, I think that's why I've been having such a fun time, regardless of the situation, because it's just I realize I can do anything I want out there on the floor. Not just, I'm not saying that in like I can score whenever I want, but if I'm asked to do anything, I feel like I'm comfortable in any position out there. So, and that's the fun part about the game.
So your opponents last night, a couple guys have been compared to you. One, like, directly, one in a more roundabout way, but 2 really nice young players.
Yeah.
Paolo, the #1 overall pick, probably favorite for the Rookie of the Year this year. and Bol Bol, both impressive nights. You gave Paolo some shit. You gave him a snatch back. That was nasty. But he went right back at you, so I really you got a weak foul on that. I didn't agree with that foul.
I want to throw Franz Wagner in there too.
Yes, I was gonna mention him too
because he's just tall and can handle.
And I did this morning on the TV show we do. I mentioned him as well because he had 20. He was in foul trouble. He hit you with probably the nicest move you got hit with the whole night.
Yeah, he got me
step
on that
through
one.
your.
I had to tell him going down the court like, yo, that was tough. Because I thought I cut him off nice.
Yeah.
And then like he had stopped for a little bit. I guess he just stopped on his right leg for a split second, so I relaxed a bit too, and then I just out of nowhere he just switched it over to the Euro. I was like, oh shit, and it was clean. Like I wasn't even close to contesting the leg, but I thought I did a good job. That was just such an advanced move. I'm like, yo, how the hell did you do that? And he has a tendency to do that move, like every time he drives. Mm-hmm. So it's you don't know if you should run and cut him off or just sit on his hip because. If you sit on his hip, he might just turn it over and dunk on you. So he a good driver. I like his game.
He got you so good. I thought he pushed, but when they showed it again, when I seen it in your leg, he just stepped right through your ass.
That was tough.
That
was tough.
Yeah, I know V was telling me you guys saw him a little bit this summer.
Yeah, we was
him
around.
And his brother, yeah,
him and his brother. We worked out probably 3 or 4 times. Play pickup. Man, he's a worker. Man, don't say much. Quiet in the gym. Like. Just go straight to work. Just play hard. I like his demeanor. I like his game.
I like his game a lot. He tried a low rip through yesterday. I think somebody fouled him, but that's like a little guard move, and he did that shit at his size.
He got nice legs. He dropped me off again in the second half where he just trying to lull me to sleep. I was there, I felt like, and then he's so long, and he just reached around me and just flicked it. Same leg, same arm. I was like, you guys just got to get credit on certain moves.
Yeah.
But all 3 of them, I think they're going to be a problem going forward. If they, like I always say, if you keep working and, keep building, they're going to be a good team. But if you see the talent in it, what they got right now and the way the league is going where, you want length on your team, they definitely got that and skill. And it's going to be fun tracking them the next few years.
I like that Bobo is getting a real shot. He's obviously had a long, winding road here. He's been a couple teams. He went to the G, all that. He looks great. Like you can see the potential. I mean, not even potential. He scored 24 last night. Like he's doing it now.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen it at Oregon too, but he had got hurt early on, so I guess that turned a lot of people off. But I mean, if he'd have played that whole year at Oregon, I'm sure he'd have been a first-round pick, lottery pick. But he's showing it now. He got great opportunity out there in Orlando.
So last night you wore, I think the second time you wore these shoes. And I want to talk about these a little bit because it's part of the producer pack you did. Mm-hmm. We were talking about this a while ago. Like, you had told me, and I almost thought you forgot. Like, I thought it got scrapped, and then you dropped the 3-pack. Boy Wonder, Cardo, Ninth Wonder, all legends in their own right. And Ninth Wonder just so happened to be there last night.
Yeah. Ninth comes up here to teach a class at LIU Brooklyn, I think. So he always up in New York, and it just worked out. He a big Duke fan, so he wanted to come check out Paolo too. And it worked out. And right before the game, I had a different pair of kicks on, and I'm like, hold up. Let me just throw these joints on. So, and then I actually had a great game. So, yeah, it worked out. It was perfect.
Yeah, so tell me about the pack. Like, where did that idea come from? And I feel like because I know you and as people get to know you more, like, music is just part of everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of everybody's life. So I'm no different. But I always like collabs with Nike. I always wanted to do some interesting collabs, and I felt like I've been around most of these guys before. I built relationships with a lot of these guys, producers. So I wanted to, bring them into my world a bit in the basketball world and see how they can create something. And because all of these dudes love hoop, they love to create, they love sneakers, they love to create. So I thought it would just be perfect collaboration, and it worked out well, man. They all killed their colorways. They did their thing, made it personal enough that it's gonna always stick. Because I'm a huge fan, and so it just worked out, man. I'm glad I could do it. I want to keep doing it going forward, get more producers each year, keep bridging that gap between hoop and music, but also Nike and these entertainers as well. So it worked out.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was speaking to him yesterday, and he said, I just see everything through that lens of hoop and hip hop.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I'm like, yo, that's damn near how me and Kay got cool. You know what I mean? It's like, it's always gonna be the comparison. The famous Drake line is like, it's the same. It was just dope to hear him say that. He's a literal living legend.
Yeah.
And so
every time somebody says that, it just confirms that I am right.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Right? Yeah, I'm not crazy. He's on that level of just seen it all in that world, done it all, but also a huge, huge basketball fan. Coming from Carolina, that's just in their blood down there. So he killed it too. He did his thing with the sneaks.
Yeah, that was the part that got me. Like I always assume most people are basketball fans, right, in this world, but we get to talk about hoop. I'm like, oh, he's like really on this shit. And then I realized, North Carolina, he's got roots there. Like, obviously, that's where that's coming from. So it was dope catching up with him. Really dope moment as well to do that in the shoes. And, I'm sure he had a great time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a moment to gloat because I'm watching football every Sunday. The Washington Commanders, there's a path to the playoffs.
I'm saying we got the Giants coming up 2 straight weeks.
Yeah.
I think they're 7-4.
Yep.
We're 7-5. This is the biggest game of the year. It might be the biggest game in the league.
You win this game, it's a pretty good chance you're going to playoffs.
Yeah. And so if we sweep them, then we might as well be a lock, right?
Yeah.
After starting what we start? 1-4, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we trending up. We trending up, man. I like what we doing out there. What about the Raiders though? Good win this week.
We're on a spree right now, 2 overtime wins in a row. We did this last year. There's a path to the playoffs for the Raiders too.
Do y'all have to win out?
Pretty much. But the AFC is such a mess. Like there's probably going to be a 9-8 team in the playoffs. They're 4-7 right now, so we almost went out to have to do that. But there's a they did this last year. They won 6 in a row to the playoffs last year. Josh Jacobs.
Oh my gosh.
I have him in fantasy.
Whew.
He's an absolute monster.
303 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah. 83-yard
game
winner. A buzzer beater in the NFL is kind of nuts.
Because it's like you about to finish their ass off when you're at the
20. you at the 20, you figured out the celly in your head. I'm going to throw it in the stands and I'm going to do this.
I'm about to go crazy when I run through this end zone. Yeah, he did his thing. He been doing his thing all year, leading the league in rushing.
Yeah. He a monster.
He a monster. Y'all think y'all can keep him though?
I'm team running backs don't matter.
Damn.
So I would, I don't know if you want to pay him $25 million a year, but
running backs don't matter.
He's amazing. Like he might be one of the exceptions. I apologized on Twitter publicly. It's like I had to give it up because.
Why you say running backs don't matter though? If you that nice, do you matter?
So the theory is basically like if the blocking is good enough,
anybody can do it.
Not anybody, but any decent running back can get enough, right? A lot of teams do running back by committee. A lot of teams shuffle guys in and out. Like the 49ers are a good example. They had their backup outrun McCaffrey
but they still have.
They went to the Super Bowl
though.
with 3 different running backs.
But they still have McCaffrey though. They got him for a reason.
Some guys are the exception. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I know our boy Trev Trout, he gets pissed whenever I say it, but I don't know. Like the evidence shows, like if you block well enough, most running backs can do it. So
that's such a casual take.
People get mad about it, so I get it. The Sean Taylor Memorial. How upset were you at this? Because I was. I know his sister said she loved it, but
I was highly upset. Because my expectations, I'm thinking there's a real statue being put outside the arena, like something that was disappointing to see. But maybe it's just because of my expectations. I don't know. Maybe it was. I just heard that it was going to be a statue. They probably had detailed that in the press release before that it was going to be like this.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that memo.
So I knew nothing of this going in, and then it's like Sean Taylor Memorial, and then they pull the curtain. I'm expecting a statue, like the bronze statue we see everybody, and it's like a jersey display at the NFL store. I couldn't understand what I was looking at.
Don't make me.
They didn't put the tape on the face mask, like.
I just questioned my fandom after I seen that. Like, I wondered, really, should I go to another team after that?
Vegas is waiting for you.
I was disappointed. I love my Manders. I love them. But that was disappointing, and it really shocked me actually to see that.
I'm gonna get you the 28, Jacob, silver and black. Like we're waiting for you over here. We could use you.
I don't know if I actually do it. I just make threats to my fellow Manders fans and that I might be gone, but I don't think I'll do it.
I feel like you've helped christen the nickname, by the way. Like I think you put that in the atmosphere. The Manders. It's better than the commies.
Yo, yeah.
So good job.
The commies is nasty.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're at the end of an era. Your GOAT, my GOAT. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. He walked off the field. Maybe we never see him as a Packer again. Is it over? Is it over for our GOATs out here?
No, it's not.
Is that?
No. Did you see the way he was throwing that football?
With 4 fingers, by the way.
He still can throw that thing. Both of them.
I don't think Tom Brady's washed. He literally chose this. He's literally married to the game now.
I don't believe. That's a fact. And I see him playing till 50.
He's gonna play as long as
he's
his body
45 years old playing football. He still look good. I don't think it's over. I don't think that. I mean, obviously the younger quarterbacks in the league, you know, they got bright futures ahead, and you can obviously see the end with those two. But they not liabilities out there. They not like they still can play football. I think.
So, I'm 37. If somebody threw me on the ground on purpose right now, I might be on the sideline for a month. I can't believe Tom Brady goes out there at 45. And
45.
350-pound people do this to him.
Now, answer this one. Would you take Russell Wilson over those two right now?
As a Raiders fan and a consistent Russell Wilson hater, he stinks. I'm sorry. He's not good at playing quarterback.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, that's tough to say.
They're the worst team in football. The Raiders beat them twice.
The offense is bad. Like I don't even see them.
It's like the lowest scoring offense in like 30 years.
It looks nasty what they're doing.
It's insane
on the offensive side of the football. But I'm just saying he's younger.
No.
Than those two.
I'm not taking him over your quarterback.
Damn, Heineke.
I like Heineke. I'm sorry.
I like that.
I like Heineke.
I like that.
But I think you guys go get Rodgers. We'll go get Tom.
My God.
We're in a good spot. But a lot of people think it's over. You got Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes.
Yeah, it's definitely over for them being like the faces of the league. But yeah, it's these younger dudes. It's their time. But I don't think they still can be starting quarterbacks in this league for sure. So
you know what's funny about them two is, I guess Tom had Randy for a little bit, but they've never had one of these. Well, and Devontae.
But we're
talking about 20-year careers, and that's it. These guys, these young dudes have megastar wide receivers.
They got a lot of weapons. These younger dudes.
These incredible wide receivers in the league right now. Justin Jefferson,
yeah,
Stephen Diggs, Devontae, who he just lost.
I mean, he got some good. It's a lot of good wide receiver cores too.
That might be the toughest debate in sports right now. Who's the best receiver?
Who the best receiver? Because it changed every week.
Literally every week. We didn't even say Tyreek Hill yet.
Because I mean, these dudes are getting stats. You know, the stats is crazy, but I'm tending to just look at how they move and the skill. It's Devontae Adams, man. It's still hard to go against. Like what he did last week.
There you go. See.
What he did last week, that one-hand catch.
In crunch time.
And he just looked like a grown man out there. Like, nobody can guard him. I still think he the best. But, I mean, you got the Diggs, then you got Justin Jefferson. But
that move he put on Patrick Surtain for the game.
Oh, my goodness.
They showed, like, a picture. In, like, 2 seconds, he got, like, 16 yards of space.
He said, he ain't there yet. He just got so much swag for me. Like,
yeah, he's cold. He's cold. That position is tough right now. Like,
it's the way they play position in the league right now.
The way they play it and the way the offense is designed to just get those dudes in space for just a second to get open.
And then you got weapons around the receivers now, from the tight end to the running back that can catch out the backfield too. And then your quarterback can run.
If I'm 14 right now and I'm playing cornerback, I'm switching to wide receiver.
I'm going to wide out.
I'm not going over here to get burnt.
I'm going to wide out.
Fuck that.
I mean, but it's a lot of good corners in the league too, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of young lockdowns in the league.
So that's the challenge now. That's the premier matchup in football right now.
In sports, I think.
Might
We
be.
want to see that one-on-one.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge like X and O football guy, but like, not every great corner follows every number one receiver, right?
Mm-mm. Some
guys just line up on certain sides. It's very rare you get a guy that's just going to follow the number one all around the field.
I also like, this is like kind of like a weird quirk, but I like how they really get to just yell at each other with it. Mm-hmm. Like if I bat the pass, I get up and scream at you for a second and call you trash, and then we go and we do it again. But if you get a catch, you get to put the football in my fucking face and drop it. Like, I wish you could do that every time you scored a bucket. Just let the guy know.
And it's a lot of battles, man. The battles you don't even see when they probably don't even get thrown at or targeted. They still got to go. They still looking to win those reps too. You know what I'm saying?
It's a running play, so I get to really just punch you on this play.
Yeah,
like it's a little different over there. So, yeah, man, I still got hope for Tom, my GOAT.
Coming to the Raiders.
Yo, I really think he's gonna play till he's 50.
Is number 12 retired?
Raiders don't retire numbers, so he
don't.
come get that. He come get that.
That's
right there.
Nasty.
Yeah.
We should have like
we honor the legacy. It's like if you
the shield is bigger than the player. I get it,
but like
that's what they
so
do.
24 is like if you're a DB, you're the man. We give you that number, kind of like they do with 88.
I don't like that.
But they just gave it to Jonathan Abrams and they cut him before he finished his contract. So
like how you
doesn't
just
always
give
go
him
well.
24 to anybody? Like
you got to earn that joint.
And 12 too, because Rich Gannon was that. He was
nice like that. That was my last real quarterback. He was nice like that. So yeah, man, I think we still got time. Rodgers might be a little different. He might be a little different.
You think he on his way out?
I think he's just kind of like over this shit, like
over his team, or just over football.
Football, like just
think
he
he's
just
done?
want to show up on Sundays and rock out. Like,
so he's not gonna retire.
Nah, he's got too much money to retire. There's no reason to. But
AR-12 still got it though.
Oh, he's gonna always have that arm. Which is what it is.
Yeah,
I like how he's so great, and he can't understand how everybody else isn't that great, and he's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
Nah, he's totally like confused on why you haven't reached the level he's reached.
It's like why Jordan never coached.
He has
just
that
score
trait.
On him.
It's guys that have that trait. Aaron Rodgers has that MJ like.
It has to be annoying
trait.
to him to watch other people play football.
Yeah, he's that great.
he's
that great.
Like hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully both healthy. Hopefully they make a nice run.
Sure.
Because I don't want Patrick Mahomes running this league.
That's
I'm
probably
not ready
already his league.
I'm gonna need.
It's hard for me to let go of 12 running the league because he's been running the league since I've been in my league. 16 years, I feel like. 14 years, I feel like A-Rod been the best.
I'm gonna need Lamar, somebody.
It was hard. It's hard for me to
Jalen Hurts.
watch.
Might be MVP this year.
I'm giving it to Mahomes and Lamar and Josh Allen.
My fantasy football quarterback, Josh Allen. He is a monster.
Lamar's mine. That's why I'm putting him up there. he's carried me.
All right. I gotta ask, what are you listening to? It has to be something
Same shit, man.
It's the same thing.
Same thing from last week.
We ran into special, like back-to-back games.
It's to the point now where I just stopped listening to her loss because I just listened to it too much.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find some newer stuff. But yeah, man, same stuff, man.
Same for me, man. I'm like, there's like the joke, like you get to a certain age and then you just don't, you have all the music.
Yeah.
You just listen to all the music you have already.
Exactly.
I'm getting close. I feel like.
Me too.
I'm just ready for my sad boy month whenever SZA comes. Like,
yeah, that's gonna be the one.
I'm ready for that.
Do you even watch TV anymore, like shows and shit?
This is a good question because this is something somebody was asking me the other day. So, I'm obviously at the game so often. I'm watching so much sports. No, I feel like I'm not watching. Whenever I have to kill time and watch something, I'll put on like Law and Order, like background noise TV.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be on my phone.
A YouTube interview. I just been on YouTube.
It's
Straight YouTube interviews. I haven't watched a show or a movie in a minute.
Well, you finished Stranger Things, so.
But that was like in the summer.
then that was it. That was the end.
Yeah, that was the last thing I watched.
I really wish you would watch Game of Thrones.
Oh my god, it's just from the beginning. I try, man. I just can't get with that. I just can't get with it, bro.
I mean, you watched a show about 4 kids in the 70s fighting an alien. So Game of Thrones is not too.
I get. I mean, that was. I get it. That was more modern day than
It's
Game
just
of
as
Thrones.
fake. It's just as crazy. You know, there's like I think it's a Chris Rock joke. It's like all the religions are just as crazy as each other.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's just as crazy.
You're right.
Nah, I haven't been. Maybe it's just the way of the world. We're busy with basketball.
Yeah, man. Season, man.
So big week coming up. The Celtics. I'm ready for the get back. Can't get the true get back till the spring, but I'm ready for it. Shout out to JT's having a great season.
We got Wizards, Toronto, then them. And they
It's not like that. You're not looking ahead. I'm looking ahead as a fan. I'm like Sunday. So
definitely look ahead. I look ahead to every game, but realistically, like we got 3 good teams about to run in here. They all playing well right now.
Wizards are nice.
Wizards nice. They on the road. Porzingis just dropped 40. Then Toronto just beat Dallas and Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And you know what the Celtics doing. Good test, baby.
Nice game that day.
Like
You'll have time to watch Commanders beat the Giants. I think they're going to beat Unks Giants. I was telling them yesterday. Giants stink.
I really want to go to that game.
I'm sorry. They got a great record, but they stink.
I'm really confident about that game.
I am too.
I might walk in the arena with my my number 8 jersey on.
You should do it.
For real. My black one. Because we got the best jerseys in the league. I don't care what you say. The black Commanders jersey is the best in the league.
I still think you cannot beat the Raiders silver and black jersey.
That's just so, come on, bro.
It's legendary. It's iconic, the whole setup.
To who?
To everybody.
When the last time Raiders
bet
won
you-
something?
I
When
bet-
the last time Raiders won a chip?
We beat the Redskins to be the
When?
When last time Washington won?
When the last time the Raiders won a chip?
I'd say
What
like
year?
this. I guarantee you, I can find a picture of you in a Raiders hat or beanie or something. You will never in your life find no picture of me in no Washington Commanders. Nothing.
Guarantee you won't find me in no Raiders gear. You
I'll
probably
boot
find
up-
me in some Cowboys gear before you find
That's
me in
sick.
some Raiders gear.
I'm gonna boot up the Getty images. I'm gonna find that joint. I'm gonna post it. You're gonna be pissed. It's iconic. Is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You can't call y'all iconic no more. I'm sorry. The Raiders just not.
It's too old.
The Raiders aren't iconic anymore.
Well, look, it was good catching up. We will be back soon, hopefully after another big week. You're finally 500. I'm excited.
Ooh,
I'm excited for where
finally.
we go from here. So we'll be back at you.